Over the middle. Caught. Sprinting to the end zone. Johnny D. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Barrett delivers. Corner throw. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Johnnie Dixon again.
Johnnie Dixon, 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns in Ohio State's come-from-behind win over Penn State Saturday in Columbus. 6 touchdown catches to lead the Buckeyes this year. Joins us now from our studio at Ohio State. And Johnny, you and I spoke in the tunnel on Saturday after the game. It was a little bit raucous. What was Saturday night like on campus?
Saturday night was amazing. You can see after the game, all the students, they stormed the field. So, I mean, that's always a great sight. I mean, it was amazing just to see all the guys, the smiles from the fans. So, it's a great feeling.
Where does that game stand among the most exciting ones you've been a part of in your career?
Playing-wise, that had to be the best. It had to be the number one up there. I think my second best is against Joey Bosa in high school. So, I mean, but that game, it just separates itself from all the other ones.
What happened in the high school game?
We beat Joey them 6-3.
What was your role in the game? What did you end up doing?
I didn't have that big of a role that year. I think I had a couple pass breakups, maybe a run, a catch. It was nothing too crazy, but my senior year when we played Nick Bosa, that was a good one. I had a big role in that one.
Well, let's go back to Saturday night. It was interesting to find out afterward. Coach Wilson was interviewed and said on that first 2-point conversion that you were supposed to throw a pass. Take us through that play.
Yeah, that's something we threw in later on in the week. It was just a little end around pass to Marcus. I saw the DN come up, so I thought I can get in by running, and everybody, they just swarmed it. So, I mean, but when you look at it, you can see that Marcus was wide open. When I was on the ground, I kind of looked at him and tapped my chest, told him it was my bad.
Johnny, you've had so many injury issues in your career. I know that at the end of last season, you gave some serious thought to quitting football. What does it mean to have a moment as big as this one, considering kind of the depths of where you've been in your career?
It was such a huge moment. After the game, I found Paris and I told him, like, I almost quit this game. So I couldn't really see myself not being in that situation right then and there. So, I mean, just going through the injuries, it was tough over the years. Never knew if I was going to be healthy enough to be able to make an impact as I did. So, I mean, being able to be in that game and make such an impact it was a great feeling for me and my family and my teammates as well.
Take us back to that point where you thought about quitting the game. What was the thought process and what were the discussions?
It came really after the Clemson game, the Clemson loss. I was sitting in my locker room. A couple of guys were interviewing me, asking me about it. It was kind of an emotional moment for me because I really didn't know, like, what the outcome was going to be for me. I was just really down about the whole situation. I thought it was over. But I consulted my best friend, Paris, and, I mean, he talked me back into it, and I'm glad he did.
Did you doubt you'd ever see a moment like Saturday?
At first I did when the injuries were hitting me, but once I got back into it, I found my swing again, and I found myself loving the sport again like I did in high school. So I knew that I'd be able to have a moment like this year if I stay healthy.
What did that victory mean for JT Barrett?
Ooh, JT, I mean, a lot of people doubted him coming into the year and early on, but I knew all along, and I said it in the media a couple of times, that this JT Barrett, he has like every record. I mean, he's going to do what he do on the big stages. And, I mean, as we see, he did. And we had a couple drops, so he was probably perfect that game, honestly.
What makes him such a good leader for your team?
He speaks up. A lot of guys, they lead by example, but he does with his mouth and with his playing. So, I mean, you need a guy like that in the locker room. Every pregame, he's giving a speech. He's firing guys up. And, I mean, sometimes I'm down. He come over and tell me, just calm down. It's going to come.
Johnny, 6th in the initial playoff rankings. What do you think of where you guys stand?
About that, we saw it yesterday. I was kind of down about it, but, I mean, you know, it's a process to everything. I mean, we're going to get back to work and do what we do. We're going to be in there. By the end of the year, we'll be in there.
Well, you have to get past a pretty good Iowa defense this week. Give us a sense of what stands out when you watch them.
They have two really good cornerbacks. They're a well-coached team. You see a lot of guys, they get to the ball fast and in a hurry, and they're coming to hit you. So, I mean, it's a very talented team, disciplined team. We just have to come in and do what we do.
Ohio State receiver Johnnie Dixon. Johnny, congratulations, not just on the win, but on getting through everything you've been through in your career. Really a pleasure to visit with you, and best of luck going forward.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.